Hello, it's Jessica with JZ Knits, and welcome to episode 4 of my podcast. So I'm really excited to give you an update. It's been about a month or so since we last checked in on a regular podcast, and I've been so busy since then. So for those of you that may have been checking in regularly, I did participate in Vlogmas. So I did one video every day from December 1st until Christmas Eve. And it was so fun kind of curating, opening up Advents and being all part of that process. And so, yeah, really enjoyed that, and also got some really good time knitting. But I did want to do, before the end of the year, did want to do another podcast episode where I shared some updates with you on my finished objects, what I've acquired, what I've been wearing, and all of that. So I will jump right in. Let me first start with sharing with you. I did feature this on a previous episode, kind of showed since it was a more recently finished object, but this is my CP01 cardigan, and it is something I reach for and wear so often. It's a design by Minimi Knits and Designs. I'll kind of share what the back of it looks like. There's a shoulder construction and all of that. So I use Harrisville Designs DK, and I think it was 4.5 skeins if I remember right. And yeah, just absolutely love the finished project. It's a nice, like really sturdy, strong yarn, and something I reach for very often, especially like work from home days where I just want to throw on an extra little cardigan. So yeah, definitely a top favorite and something I wear very often. So I did want to start out by also telling you what I've finished and my finished objects, since I have finished quite a bit in the last month. So I have I have 4 finished projects to show you. I do have another one, but I did gift it to my mom. I'll just insert a couple photos and tell you a little bit about it. But I do want to start out, if you didn't log into my Vlogmas, you may not have seen this, but this is the sweater I knit pretty much like for 3 weeks straight, maybe plus a few extra days. This is my Christmas sweater of 2025, and I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, check this out. Look at the tree motifs, the bows, all of that. Oh my gosh. So the main yarn is Double Sunday by Sandnes Garn, the pink, and then the red and green was, I don't even think the company is dyeing anymore. It was something I picked up a couple of years back, but hand dyed DK yarn. But I just absolutely love how it came out together. So this the project was a mix of, I used as a base the Santa Baby. It's a free pattern. I don't remember who it's by, but pretty easy to find on Ravelry. But the Santa Baby, and what that calls for is 2 motifs of trees, one on the top, and then kind of where these bows would be the second row of pretty much matching trees. So I decided to swap it out. So instead of doing trees for the second set, I did these bows, and I kind of just made up my own bow pattern based off of some bows that I saw online, and it just worked out so perfectly. You know, definitely trial and error. I had to rip out a couple times to fix some mistakes that I made, but I was able to wear this, you know, on Christmas Eve, and I love it. I love that it's short sleeve too, especially for living here in Texas and as warm as it typically is in December. It is something that I will wear for years to come, and I really treasure this. And I do think it was so neat to be able to feature it kind of every day on my Vlogmas and take you along like on the process of knitting it and how long it really takes, because knitting is an art and it does take some time. It's not something that we can finish in just a day or two. The planning, the skill that it takes, measuring, all of that. So I put a lot of love into that project, and I am really happy that I'll be able to wear it for years to come. I know my voice sounds a little bit off. I think I caught a little bit of a cold, so excuse that, but I did, yeah, just want to jump in and give you an update on some of my projects. So that's my big finish project. The next thing that I finished, I just finished a couple of these like right away. So this was, I cast this on right before Christmas Eve. This is the Andrea Gaghan Essential Beanie, and it's a pattern I've probably made like 8 to 10 of these. I've made so many of these hats. It's a very basic kind of 2x2 beanie, and I love the way the crown and the finish of it. It's something that I just reach for and go to very often. It makes, and like the awesome thing about this pattern too is that she provides a lot of different weights of yarn for it. So you can kind of customize it based on like what gauge that you're getting. So lots of options for this with different sizes and gauges of yarn. I'll try it on for you so you can see. I love the fit of it. Oh my gosh, it came out so cute. Hopefully I don't regret this because I just did my hair and it's probably gonna look all crazy when I take it off. But I used, I should have saved the yarn tag. It's in my Ravelry, but I used one strand of like silk mohair or silk and alpaca, and then another of, I don't remember what, ram brulee or something like that. And this is what I like to call my New York kind of souvenir hat. It does kind of give a New York vibe, right? But I picked this yarn up when my daughter and I went to New York. I picked both yarns up. So this hat just kind of reminds me of going to New York. It was a nice kind of gift for myself. So I casted that on kind of right before Christmas and was able to work on this on Christmas Day when I just wanted something kind of really easy and simple to do and not wanting to think hard. So yeah, a hat for me. I have not made myself a hat in a really long time. It's probably been a couple of years. I used to be like hat making wild. I would make hats all the time, and then I just kind of took a break from it. I got kind of tired of making a bunch of hats. I would gift a lot of hats, but yeah, I definitely needed one for myself. So that is the Essential Beanie. And then I finished these. I've been giving some updates along the way. These are my Chicago Bear socks, and I just finished these up a couple of days ago, right during the last game of the regular game of the season. The Bears did make it to the playoffs, so I will now have some socks to be able to wear for the playoff game. So I'm excited about that. They haven't been blocked yet. Tried them on. They're like a little bit loose in the ankle space, but you know, I'm still growing as a sock knitter and will be kind of figuring out like my own perfect recipe. But I made, yeah, just did some ribbing on the top, simple stockinette, and then the regular heel flap and gusset and toe. And I used a pattern from the sock book. I'll kind of insert what I used, but yeah, I really like these socks. And the yarn that I used was, the yarn was from Tumbleweed Yarns, and I got it a couple of years ago from Fiberfest, and it came like self-striped like this. And then I just used like heritage sock yarn. So that is an update. And then I did finish my my socks for Advent. So these are my Woolens and Nosh socks, and I got pretty far behind during Advent. My goal was to do like a stripe a day, and then by Christmas Day I would have a pair of socks. And so this was my first time doing a different kind of heel. I did the shadow wrap heel, and from the book, oh my gosh, Denise Desantis's sock knitting book. And I am a convert. I will be doing a lot of shadow wrap heel socks because I absolutely love that finish. And I don't have a really high instep or a high arch, so like it works really good for my foot. And let me just kind of share with you, like it doesn't have any holes in it like these Chicago Bears ones. There are probably hard to see there, but the regular heel flap and gusset, I do feel like it does kind of leave some holes, and the tight, and it could just be my knitting style too, but I love how tight the heel is. and the way it fits is so, so good. And so I do feel like I'm getting better at my like sock knitting with my gauge and all of that. So if I would change one thing about these, like the yarn is perfect. I love that it's self-striping, and yeah, the way Woolens and Nosh like self-stripes and like you have an awesome pair of socks like this is just wonderful. Since I'm kind of learning my own sock recipe, the only thing I would change is like they're just a little bit long. It was kind of a guessing game since I've never made toe-up socks, and like where do you start from the heel? So they're probably like maybe a centimeter or two like long, but it's okay. I mean, I'm gonna wear them. but now I know exactly how far to go up before I switch colors, or before I kind of switch to the heel. But love them. We'll be making more socks with this shadow wrap heel. So there's an update on that. And then the other finished object that I had was a bonnet kind of snood for my mom. My mom had asked for one for Christmas, very similar to the one that I made my daughter, and she loves it. I gave it to her for Christmas, and didn't really follow a pattern, just kind of made a hood, and I'll insert a picture of what that looked like. But yeah, just a nice kind of bonnet hood snood situation, and with the long ties that she can tie up and kind of stay cozy and warm. So those are all of my finished objects. Next, I'll give an update on my works in progress and any new cast on. So I'll start with my new cast on. So I'm really, really excited about the McKinney knittery, my McKinney knittery sweater. And so I received a gift card to McKinney knittery, and I went there. Didn't really have an exact project in mind. Just went there, went there without like an exact project in mind. I just knew I had a gift card, and I knew I wanted to make myself something. So I got there, and the owner, Ginger, had on her version of the McKinney Raglan, and she pretty much had this sweater on that I'm making, but she had it in a different color, the same yarn. And when I saw her wearing it, I'm like, that looks like such an everyday sweater that you could just wear every day. It almost looks like a sweatshirt. It's so comfortable. She's like, it is. And she's like, have you seen this yarn or knit with this yarn yet? And I've seen it, but I've not knit with it yet. It is the Cascade Yarns Eco Merino DK. So for the size that I'm making size 2. And I would only need 4 skeins of this. So a really, like, I feel an economical choice, and I can have a whole sweater, and I'm so excited about it. So I started this a couple days ago, right after Christmas, and yeah, I decided to do, I saw in one of the projects that somebody had doubled the size of the collar. And then they did like a folded in sewn down collar. And so I think I'd like to do that, but I may just wait until after I finish it and block it and see kind of where I like where the collar is sitting. But super easy kind of raglan sweater, top down. You know, you've got your stitches for the raglan and you do the increases. It does call for some short rows in the back, so it can fit really well, but really, yeah, I mean, really the pattern is very just easy to read, easy to follow, and it's just, yeah, going by so fast. So I feel like maybe in a week and a half or so to 2 weeks, I can have a finished project. So where I'm at, I'll insert a picture. I just tried it on a little bit ago. I was getting a little like just excited about, excuse me, really excited about the sweater. And so yeah, just wanted to share an update on that. It will definitely be a finished project before I check in with you next time. So that is the McKinney knittery sweater. Oh, and then the color, let's see, do I know what color this is? Oh, color 7. So it's just this like oatmeal-y kind of color, and I just feel like it's something that I can wear pretty often. I don't have like a basic raglan kind of pullover sweater in like a neutral kind of color like that. So I think this will fit the bill. I'm excited about that. And then I'll give you updates. Like, I don't have a lot of projects on the needles. It's actually pretty exciting. Like, I'm wanting to go into 2026 with a pretty clean slate. So that's going to be exciting because I've got so many things that I want to make, and I'll give you updates on that later. I just want to do some, I want to spend some time planning and thinking through using a lot of yarn that is in my stash for what I want to do for 2026. So the only other two projects that I have not touched them at all since I've last updated you on. Maybe, I'm pretty sure I haven't, but these are my Wicked socks. Yeah, I thought I was going to be knitting on these and have not been, but that's okay. I'm really happy with everything else that I finished. So I know it comes out on streaming in a few days, so I'll probably be able to get a lot done by watching this. I think I'll soon kind of get to the heel. And now that I know the shadow wrap heel, so the neat thing about that shadow wrap heel is you can do it from top down or bottom up, and I'm excited to try it excuse me, next for from top down to kind of see how that works out now that I know that it fits me really well. So that is my Wicked socks. And then just another, I don't really have a lot of exciting things on the needles. Just another one of those Andrea Gaghan essential beanies. I have no, I don't even remember. I probably just needed something easy to cast on. I don't remember when I cast this on or what I was doing, but I've got this in my bag and I have not touched it either. So something I'll just kind of work on in my spare time too, when I have something kind of easy to do. So those are all of my active projects, finished projects. So next I'll tell you a little bit about my acquisitions. So I don't really have a lot of acquisitions. So I have been pretty good about trying not to acquire too much. And that is something that I'll definitely try to do a little bit more into 2026, is to use what I have, since I do have quite a bit in my stash, and I have a lot of knitting patterns already that I've purchased. So I don't want to purchase tons more. So I'll give you an update on what I have acquired. So really, yarn wise, I think this is it. That's all that I've acquired. I haven't purchased any other yarn. So one second. Okay. So yarn wise, I haven't purchased any other yarn except for the yarn that I used for the for my McKinney knittery Raglan. And other than that, I have not purchased any other yarn, which is nice. Well, except for my mom's snood, I did get some of a mohair to hold with it, but already knitted that up and gifted that out. So kind of nice that I didn't acquire too much. But the only thing is, I am proud of myself. I've only purchased 3 patterns in the last month, which normally, the Jessica from a year or two ago, oh my gosh, I'd see a new pattern come out, it would come out with an introductory rate, and it was on sale, and I'd buy it, and I'd buy way too many patterns. And my pattern list, which I do enjoy supporting pattern designers, and I will keep buying patterns to do that, but I'm just trying to be a little bit more choicey about what I do and not acquiring too many that I will probably never knit. So, but I did purchase 3. So the first one is the McKinney knittery pattern, and that was so I can make that sweater, which I think is fair. The next one that I purchased is the Tulip by Melody Hoffman, and I did purchase that, there were end of the year sales. That is one that it's been in my to knit, in my queue, in my favorites for a long time. And it is something that I do want to make this year. And so it calls for 3 strands of lace held together for sport. Although I think I will try to knit it with maybe a different yarn combination, but I just absolutely love the bottom, the tulip, and it just looks so pretty. And it's something that I want to make next year, and that's a goal of mine. And then the next thing, I think I've even talked about this on a previous podcast, is the Maple Meadow Cardigan and Vest by Mippy the Label. And I mean, the great thing about this is you get 2 patterns in one. You get the cardigan, or you can make you can make the cardigan or the vest version. And it's something I really want to make this next year in 2026. So those are the only 2 patterns I purchased in the last month, which is good considering there have been so many pattern sales. A lot of like a different pattern a day from a lot of designers that I like and follow, or end of the year sales and things like that. So I think it's pretty, I controlled myself pretty well by only purchasing those 3 patterns. Okay, so those are my acquisitions. Next, I'll kind of tell you a little bit about some updates and how things have been going. So yeah, after I wrapped up my Advent, I just, had so much fun doing all of the Advents. And now the next thing I want to do is kind of plan for 2026. I want to do the top 9 projects that I know I have the yarn for and that I will start. And so I'll give updates on that as I get that planned out a little bit more. But that is the next thing, like I want to actively put some time into doing, is planning what I want to make for 2026. And the only other thing is I haven't opened this yet, but I did want to give you an update on my last Advent. It was a full skein from Molly Klein & Designs. I did purchase the Molly Klein & Designs Advent kit, and I opened like 1 mini skein a day, and drum roll, oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. 1 full skein of the Molly Klein Design yarn, and this is stunning. I need to plan something for this that I want to make in 2026 with this. I absolutely love it. The Advent 2025 Sweet Sock. It's 75% merino wool, 25% nylon, 460 yards. So I love this and cannot wait to get started with making something with this. It's just, I love this whole beachy vibe, and I really like the Advent that I made with it. So excited that I was able to open it. So I will, I'll continue to keep you all posted with what I'm making, how I'm wearing some of my knits, what I'm acquiring. And I do want to, other things that I want to do is I do want to get more into sewing. I've kind of mentioned in the past, I have not sewn anything in the last month. The Christmas, like getting ready for Christmas was pretty busy. And then working on my Christmas sweater took a lot of bandwidth, a lot of time. So I want to do a variety of things like this easy raglan. I think I'll be able to finish it pretty quickly. I'll be able to work on some of that stuff, but also I don't want to only concentrate on knitting. I think there's other things that I want to be able to do as well. I can also, kind of give updates on other things. So, but if there's something that you think that you'd like to see, or a type of video that you would like me to make, I was thinking of maybe doing, I don't know if it's too ambitious, but like getting together all of my makes from 2025 and trying some of those on for you. If that's something you would like, let me know. I may decide just to do it. I don't know. I've got to like pull all the stuff out and see. And I haven't been good, like perfect about like logging everything in Ravelry. I think I got about maybe 75% of them there. So that is a goal of mine for 2026, is to pretty much log everything in Ravelry, just so I have a better like account of what I've made. So well, thanks for checking in with me today, and I will check in with you later and give you an update. So thank you.